Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We do have someone scheduled for public comment, and she has just made herself available for that. Mrs. Jarboe, would you like to rise? Or you can stay seated and do it from there.
Oh, that's okay, that's all right, I can stand up.
Just introduce yourself and where you're from.
I am Abigail Jarboe. I live at 416 Maple Street in Lebanon. And I have an interest in prisoners. I have visited a number of prisons around the state, 3 particularly. Camp Hill, Dallas, and Huntington. I don't think the name of the place is Huntington, but anyway, it's in Huntington or near Huntington or something like that. And also the Lebanon County Jail. Now, I have received a report that one of the young men who has stayed in my house in the past was pepper sprayed in the local county jail. Now, I would like to know why, and also, I am told that he has asthma and that he felt like he was dying and that they were trying to hold his head under the water or something. I don't know much about pepper spray, and he felt like he was dying. So I would like to know why this is going on, why they would be, because I was told that he was told to come to the guard station or something and put cuffs on. And when he went to do that, they pepper sprayed him. Now, I was not told of any reason for why this happened. And I also, my sources are not always accurate. But I would like somebody to look into it and see what's going on, because I don't think that a man with asthma should probably be pepper sprayed, because it could maybe kill him. I would not be happy if my friend were killed in the Lebanon County Jail or anywhere else. And I was looking on the internet about guards killing inmates. In Dallas, about a year ago, there was a guard who sort of set up an inmate, told the inmate that wanted to fight this other inmate to go do it in the cell, and the guy got what they call, I don't know, it's not exactly a knife, but sort of like a knife, stabbed the guy in the neck and it killed him. And so then the guard and the prisoner were taken off to jail. But this sort of thing shouldn't be going on. And if somebody could get me the number of the prison board, no, the prison society, I would like to call them and ask them to please investigate this, why this is going on. I don't know what the number is, but I would like to know. Does anybody here know what the number is? Are you from the prison society? No. You are? Okay, good. May I talk to you after the meeting? Sure. Thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Jarboe, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment? Not, we'll go into the approval of the minutes of our August 17th meeting.
Motion to approve.
I'll second the motion with a reservation. I haven't had time to read them. I only got them momentarily ago till I got to all my emails here, so.
Okay. Well, I've had a chance to look them over, so I'm able to vote. Are you asking us to go ahead and vote?
Well, if you can wait till next month, next meeting, and approve them both at the same time, that'd be preferable. But if they go through that, that's fine, as long as I have the ability to comment, because I haven't had a chance to read them. They got to me late, and.
Okay. Well, why don't we approve them subject to your review?
That's fine. I'm fine with that. I don't expect to find anything.
It's fine.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections, Michael, that you've seen? I saw nothing that needed. All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Now we'll go to the reports of the departments, starting with our warden.
Good morning. Just a few updates. We're doing well with hiring. We're finishing up an academy of about 15 new hires that should be on shift. Some of them are part-time for October 1st, leaving us with approximately 15 full-time vacancies moving forward after August 1st.
15, did you say?
15, yes. 15.
One
One
five.
five, yeah.
Okay.
We are looking to try and interview and hire and start another academy towards the end of October, tentatively August 31st. We're looking at that date to begin. Another thing I would like to bring up or ask the prison board's approval for is James Robert Dunmore Jr. from the Lebanon County Drug and Alcohol Commission had approached me about providing Narcan for our opioid individuals that are incarcerated for their release. He's willing and able to provide the facility Narcan to be provided upon discharge. Deputy Warden Davis is working on a protocol in which we would notify prime care prior to the individual's release to the street, and then the Narcan would be provided to them at no cost.
Dr. Dunbar, do you have any amplification?
I would just add to what she said. I think it's really important. We have a high percentage of people that are in the Lebanon County prison that have a substance use disorder. A lot of them have opiate use disorder issues. When they go to prison, their tolerance is at a certain level. Depending on how long they stay in prison, their tolerance goes down. However, when the individuals are released from prison, a lot of times, a high percentage of the people go back to using what they were using before they went to prison. And that's real risky for overdose and death. I've seen statistics, I've seen studies. Other prisons are doing this as part of their re-entry initiatives. It cuts down on overdose deaths, to be quite blunt. My idea is it's for the prison to develop the policy and procedures, how they screen the inmates who are leaving, who gets it and who doesn't. I would not suggest today that I want all individuals leaving the county prison to get a Narcan kit. Just for those who are identified either by prime care or Warden Litz's staff.
Okay. And prime care, Tom, any?
We're fine with the program. It is implemented in some of our other facilities. During our intake process, we'll identify those individuals who screen positive for an opioid use disorder and can certainly assist with Deputy Warden Davis in identifying, providing, and I agree with the director that it is a valuable tool. Unfortunate that it's necessary, but it is.
Okay, well, develop it and then we'll take a look and
Thank you.
have our solicitor.
Excuse me?
Our solicitor also.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Okay, anything else from Deputy Warden?
No, unless there's any other questions.
Okay, anything else from anybody for, yes?
Yes, I have actually two topics I want to talk about today.
Okay,
First one was-
May I just ask why you didn't take advantage of public comment time?
Oh, I thought that was just for, I thought the questions were at the end, I apologize.
Oh, go ahead.
I apologize.
You have to introduce yourself.
I'm sorry, I'm Esther Jordan from Lebanon County, from Myerstown actually.
Okay.
And the first one is a very positive one. Like, I have talked to quite a few different programs that offer like self-care, the START trauma class, different things that the the trauma class actually did in prison. And I understand COVID's just opening up. I've been in contact with a lot of people from a lot of different organizations that would be willing to do classes, and I was wondering if somebody could reach out to me and just give me a list of things that you would be willing to allow into the prison so I could work at getting them, finding out if we have resources for that and if there would be a possibility. Different programs to help individuals, definitely, like with the correctional part of the facility, to move back into society at a better rate of finding a job and being more independent once they're released. That's the first thing. Second thing is I would like somebody to identify for me, well, for the public, because I've had quite a few people ask me this, what your exact protocol is for all ingoing and outgoing mail and emails at Lebanon County Correctional Facility. Do they go anywhere to another agency, or do they all dealt with at Lebanon County?
Well, I don't know how much of that is public information, but Warden or Deputy Warden, do you have what the guidelines are for disclosing what the question, responding to that?
To answer Esther's first question, if she wants to network with Deputy Warden Davis at treatment regarding programming, she can send an email or make contact with her suggest a program. We are just starting to open up. Obviously, time and space are limited in the facility based off its structure and what we have to offer. We do have some agencies that are providing some new programming that Deputy Warden Davis has been working on since COVID started, and we keep trying to get back to quote-unquote normal operations. And I believe Deputy Warden Ott has been in contact with Esther about her questions regarding the protocol for the mail.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. That's why I'm asking.
No, that's actually incorrect. That's something we've dealt with quite in the past. Specifically, you've already talked to me in person about it, but I'll be more than happy to share what we do.
Yeah.
Are you okay to do that?
In some aspects, yeah. There are certain things that we cannot talk about, obviously, due to the security and investigative processes, but any incoming and outgoing mail, and that's obviously on our website with how that's handled, that it's copied, and then if it's non-legal mail, it's copied, given to the inmate, and then we keep it, and then any legal mail, we also open in the presence of the inmate, allow them to see it, and then we'll copy that as well. And then we'll archive that stuff made if somebody requests it or subpoenas it.
So would a request be a right to know form, or is there another part of request needs to go in that?
Right to know in regard to what?
To an email, if the DA's office has it, a right to know form, like to
Oh,
obtain
I
a
don't know
copy of an email.
if it's through a legal channel, I don't know, or if it's something that's accessible through right to know, and is that something you want to take a shot at, Jamie?
She already
Oh, I already told, yes.
Oh,
You can share what you were told, but
Pardon me?
you can share what you were told about if you want to, as far as the mail process.
oh, so you've
What I
already,
was told
He's
is the
still-
same thing that Deputy Warden Ott just shared.
That's why I asked the question. I spoke to GTL and the DA's office, and neither one of them has clear custody or control on those issues. And so you see where my problem is this. I'm just trying to clarify something up.
anything else? Esther, I don't want to,
I'm not, no, it's okay. I'm not trying to bring, there's a reason I brought this up.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to get answers from anybody. That doesn't, he tells me no. The DA's office tells me they don't have one. We were told it goes to them. I don't have an option. I subpoenaed. I did a right to know for them. I've been turning this one to subpoena if we need to, and nobody would have talked to me about it. So my concern was like, other people have been messaging me about this. I'm not the only one that wants to know this, and this is the only reason I brought it up in a public meeting.
okay.
You have to file a subpoena though.
They didn't. No, I could. I'm saying, do people need to? People are wanting to know this. They're asking me to. It's not just for me.
So that is
I'm a part of Prison Society, NAACP, ACLU. Like, people need to know this.
So that is
For Lebanon County.
the answer is that, Jamie, it would be a subpoena that would be required. Is
A
that-
subpoena? So you would subpoena who directly to find out this information? I apologize. I'd love to meet with one of you guys and
Well,
figure this out in
if the
person,
records
but-
don't exist, no one can provide them. If they exist and are accessible by subpoena only, then that's the way you would have to go. But to my knowledge, so far, these records don't exist. I mean, they're not kept indefinitely.
Oh, I understand that. But if you had an email that was made unavailable to the inmate because of graphic material or admission to a crime, something like that, and they're not allowed access to that in order to provide that to the agency that was supposed to go to in
If
the
it
first place,
exists,
could they get that?
if it exists, but it's not public record because of an investigation or something of that nature, then yes, it would have to be a subpoena.
Okay, so a subpoena would do that.
I think in dealing with Viapath, our vendor, anything that gets sent to a facility through their agency, if it's something that's not allowed based off of the security criteria, it does get blocked or censored. Our facility, the facilities do not have that. That is in the interest of the sender and the holder of the tablet, which would be Viapath. So my suggestion would be dealing with Viapath because they're the vendor, they're the controller of what is being sent and what is not being sent. The facilities do not hold that information. We just know for security purposes we are blocking it. If you look into the tablet vendors, whether it's Viapath or another tablet vendor, when it comes to incarcerated individuals using tablets, they censor certain criteria, again, based off of, could it be drug or alcohol related? Could it be sexual contact? Could it be an implementation of escape? Some kind of security parameter or inappropriateness that the Viapath contract says we will not allow to go through. They hold it, the facility does not.
And I might also add that even though a person may be the sender, the recipient, or the subject of an email, does not automatically entitle to the email either, because
Not even if it's permission to, like, say murder or something?
that would be something law enforcement. If it's a subject of a murder investigation or material to that,
It would
then
get sent to law enforcement.
right.
Okay, so there's no reason you want to send something to law enforcement concerning, like, really like an admission to a murder or something, considering that would be probably withholding evidence if you didn't, right? There's no reason the jail wouldn't do that? If there is, I'd like to hear.
I can't imagine a reason, but I
You
can't
can't,
imagine.
me
a
neither.
murder.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you so much.
Anything else from the floor? Tom, did you have anything? Okay. Seeking a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We stand adjourned. Thank you.